If you're looking for the best neighborhoods to buy real estate in Colorado Springs, you're probably asking yourself the question, where do I even start? This is one of my favorite neighborhoods in Colorado Springs, and the reason I like it so much is that it's private, it's quiet, it's beautiful out here, and it's close to all of my favorite things. And the best part is the taxes are lower and there's no HOA, so most of your money is going towards the mortgage. Colorado Springs is the second largest city in Colorado, and many people have a hard time wrapping their minds around what neighborhoods they should move to or where the best neighborhoods are. And if I were relocating to Colorado Springs, these are the areas that I would choose, and I will explain why. But make sure you stick around to the end of the video where I'll show you an up and coming bonus neighborhood and home tour that everyone is talking about that you don't want to miss. It's an area that I think is going to explode over the next several years. One of my favorite sites to get more detailed information about neighborhood ratings is niche.com, which I'm sure you've already checked out, but I'm going to go even deeper to help you find actual desirability for a neighborhood and why my clients that relocate here love it. These neighborhoods are ranked on the following factors. We've got amenities, desirability, top rated schools, popularity, lower turnover rates, and proximity to all the things. People are really loving these master plan communities in Colorado Springs. Why? Because all of the amenities, the updated and newly designed styles of these houses, they've got pools, lakes, parks, fitness centers, and pretty much everything you need in one place, so you can enjoy life more in the comfort of your own neighborhood. And I will also talk about those neighborhoods with very little to no HOA later on in the video. Banning Lewis has a lot of features, and I've done several videos about this #1 master plan community, so I'm not going to go too deep into the details, but I will link the video somewhere up here, and just click on that if you want to learn more about Banning Lewis. I'm going to start with a general overview of the area of the map with our first stop at Wolf Ranch. So if you're flying into Colorado Springs, you're either coming from Denver or the Colorado Springs Airport. So this is just a map of Colorado Springs as a whole. Wolf Ranch is actually located over here on the north side of Colorado Springs. This right here, this Wolf Ranch area here is far north. So you can see the proximity of the base to Schriever, Peterson. That can be kind of close. A lot of people that moved, that are coming for Northcom Space Command, they would go to these areas over on the east side of the Springs, and it's located in School District 20. So they've got a lake there where you can go fishing. They stock it with fish, and families like to go out and paddleboard, so you can go hang out at the lake for the day. It's a small little lake with amazing views. You can see the mountains really good from there. So you still get those insane views, even though it's on the east side of Colorado Springs, but the houses over here in this area are just gorgeous. The Black Forest area is up in this neighborhood, so just a little bit more northeast. Still really pretty, lots and lots of evergreen trees everywhere, and you still get those mountain views. They're just not as close, as being over on the west side, but you'll still be able to see the mountains from Black Forest, and people like to live over there that they just want a little bit more acreage. Maybe they want to put some animals on the property. It is expensive. It's more expensive to live there. You're looking at 700K plus to well over 1 to 2 million, depending on the part of Black Forest. The Flying Horse North Golf Course, that's going to be in the multi-million-dollar area. So great neighborhood for people who just want privacy. They want a little bit more land. They want that true Colorado experience. That's going to be in the Black Forest area. So people love moving to Northgate because it's close to the Air Force Academy. The neighbors still take really good care of their lawns and their properties, so that's kind of nice. So that's going to be up in this area further north up here. So Northgate is here, and as you can see, you have the club at Flying Horse, and they've got that nice steakhouse. If you haven't been there, I highly recommend it. And then you have all these restaurants down here. You've got Shields, shopping, sports, hunting gear, and things like that. You've got the main event, which I've talked about in previous videos. It's just a family-friendly, fun place to go to, arcades and things like that. Just a couple of weeks ago, if you want to watch that video, you can take a look at that. But you've got Great Wolf Lodge, which is a great place for people to go swimming. There's a water park, all kinds of really fun things like this activities inside of there. You'll just have to go on their website. You can find all of that stuff. Now, this is a great place actually to have, like if this is going to be your second home, maybe like an Airbnb. Obviously, you have to look into the restrictions and everything. But because everything is right here, it does make a great second home or Airbnb, especially if you have a student over at the Air Force Academy. You don't need the property full time, those kinds of things. So it's a great location. The value holds really well here. And this is probably one of my favorite neighborhoods just because of the views and all of the amenities, things to do, and all that. So it is in School District 2020, which is a highly rated school district and lots of things to do. It's a very quick commute to Denver as well. So you'll just hop on I-25 and head north here to Denver. It's close to Monument. So if you want to go to Monument Lake, maybe do some paddle boarding out there. You can even do ice fishing in the winter. Lots of really great things to do. It's just a great location. Now, earlier I had talked about a neighborhood that almost had no HOA or maybe a little bit of HOA depending on which section you move to. And it's in the Broadmoor area. And so let's go further south on the map. So this is close to the historic Broadmoor Hotel. These homes are going to be a lot older, but they also hold their value well because of all of the amenities around. The nicer homes are going to be in that area, nice big homes that are, million plus. So the values there stay pretty high. And because it's in a historic neighborhood, the Broadmoor really boosts that value because it's a prestigious hotel. Presidents have stayed there. And so this is a great neighborhood too, if you're wanting to consider. It's close to water, creeks, trees, a lot of nature. People that are around nature, they do tend to be happier when they're around that kind of thing. I know for myself, I know that there are studies that have shown that people are a lot happier. Not to say that people that live in the Broadmoor are happy because, you have to find your own happiness. But as far as like, if I wanted to be in a tranquil place to live, this is a really great neighborhood and option for you. If you don't mind the older houses, or if you just want to spend a little bit for that luxurious lifestyle. That neighborhood is in School District 12, also a highly rated school district. But if you want to be in District 20, then you can still have something similar, little to no HOA, and that would be the Briargate neighborhood. And so in Fairfax, there's no HOA. But as you drive through there, you can see that people still take care of their properties for the most part. So I highly recommend that you check out Briargate. Now, Cordera is another great option for people that want to be in District 20. It's a great neighborhood. Probably not as many amenities, but if you're looking for more hiking, trails, and things like that, the views are there in Cordera. Beautiful area, but probably not my top choice just because it just doesn't have the same vibe as like Broadmoor. Broadmoor is going to be my number one. It's kind of nice to be in a neighborhood that's not going to hound you with the HOA. Again, live in a nice neighborhood that doesn't have a bunch of HOA rules that's going to conflict with your lifestyle. Now, earlier, we also talked about a neighborhood that is going to be blowing up over the next several years, I believe, is Sterling Ranch. Now, Sterling Ranch has gotten really popular, and a lot of people are talking about this neighborhood where they had this huge grand opening, and a lot of people really like moving further north. It's just south of Black Forest, so a little bit more affordable. And I'll show you where this is on the map. So we talked about Northgate, we talked about Briargate, we talked about the Broadmoor, and in this location, this is up here on the northeast part of Colorado Springs. You're going to get really incredible views. But what's nice about this area as well is you get a larger house. You get a bigger house on a larger lot, and they're kind of crammed in. All of these newer communities, they're trying to cram as many houses as they can without, going overboard. But it's kind of nice that these lots are a little bit larger. You can still have that privacy and be tucked away in a quiet, nice neighborhood, but not too busy. So, and still close enough to town. So closer to Colorado Springs, not as far out as Peyton or Falcon areas. And so that's why I think this is going to be a very popular area. They're building so much out there. Lots of restaurants are moving out there because there's just more room to build versus, being in town. I actually just visited the Starbucks over there in that neighborhood, and I just thought, wow, it's so quiet over here. There's not a ton of people. It wasn't super loud. So I actually enjoyed that. And it made me realize like how much I had missed that, where you can just go into a coffee shop and just sit in peace and quiet. And so I think that this neighborhood is going to be huge. And there's a builder out there that just has all of these really nice features. They are building high quality homes. They are thinking outside of the box and doing some really creative things with their with building. And so I'm going to have a video tour of a couple different floor plans that they have over there. And so you can see what the houses look like in that neighborhood. They've got features that I have not seen in any other new construction in a spec home in the area. You might be able to find these in custom homes, but to have it as the standard 9-foot ceilings, I'll show you in the video. So I'm super excited to show that to you. A little bit more expensive of an area, but they've got trails. They're going to have this nice big retention pond over there, parks, and I'm sure they're going to be putting in a lot of different trails because everyone loves the trails and things like that. But keep an eye on Sterling Ranch. I think that this is going to be a great location. You're not going to get all those nice trees, but it is still a beautiful neighborhood. So just south of Black Forest. It's also going to be close to Schriever and Peterson. So if you're going to be coming out here to do Space Command, then that is going to be a perfect location for you. What people love about the homes is the style of the new construction. They love the nice open airy spaces with great rooms and direct access from the main level to the backyard. So as soon as you walk in, you can see straight to the backyard and it's all open space. There's these giant windows that is letting a lot of natural light in, and it just makes people happy. The ceilings come in around 9 feet or more, and that's usually standard for these newer homes, and that gives the feeling of a lot more space. And even in these smaller square footage homes, they just feel much bigger because of the taller ceilings. Now, if you just don't care for the trendy new style, you can find an older existing home with a bit more character and separation of the rooms in the house. A lot of people are opting in for new construction because of all of the incentives that you get. But if there is an existing home that you like, we can try and work with the seller to try and get you similar incentives. That way you feel like you're getting a good deal on the house that you love and you're not having to settle for a new construction home, because not everybody wants new construction. They want more established homes with lots of greenery, established trees and grass, and a well cared for home. So there's a strategy around getting incentives on with a seller as well for an existing home. People also may not want a brand new construction home because of all of the covenant restrictions. So that can be a downside as well. Places like Widefield, it wasn't like super fancy and nice as some of the other areas, but now they have put a lot of money behind having a really nice facility, a gym, a swimming pool, and things like that. So it's getting a lot more popularity because of the affordability. There's a couple other different neighborhoods like the Villages at Sand Creek, where the value just holds so well, and it's in an affordable neighborhood closer to Fort Carson, closer to Schriever. A lot of people who are going to be working at Fort Carson, they like those neighborhoods because they're just a lot more affordable. They look nice. The people take care of the area. There's another neighborhood called Soaring Eagles, and people tend to love it because there is a small HOA, but the neighborhood looks nice. The homeowners, they really take care of their properties. So there are a lot of these pockets of incredible neighborhoods that people just don't talk about a lot. The Villages at Sand Creek, they have this area where you can go, there's a park, and then you can also do some hiking. It almost feels like you're in nature. So that's one of my favorite things about that neighborhood. You've also got the Ridgeview neighborhood as well as Stetson Hills. It's just a real Colorado vibe, and so that's why these neighborhoods are pretty popular, and people always want to see homes when I take on new clients in that are buying real estate in Colorado Springs. All right, now let's talk about the Desirability Index. Best Neighborhood is a website that started in 2018 to provide easy to understand data about neighborhoods, especially in California. It has grown to be a trusted source for people looking for data to find a good neighborhood to live in, or for businesses that need detailed information. They offer different levels of data depending on what you need. Best Neighborhood claims on their website that they aim to be the one-stop shop for finding the perfect place to live in the US, and they go beyond zip codes and typical neighborhood data, offering hyper-local details details using user-friendly maps.
It helps you decide which neighborhood to move to. You can see all the household incomes, the politics, the rent prices, and so much more. It's a very robust platform, and there is a cost to it if you want to use it to its fullest extent if you are super analytic. But at the end of the day, it's really just what your budget is, what works best for you, and what makes you feel at home in Colorado Springs. Another thing that you can do is you can check out all the demographics and very detailed information through this website. So, I mean, you can really do a great recon on the area that you are thinking about moving to.
Another website I love to use is homes.com. And the reason for that is it's not like Zillow where you search up a house and click on ask question and you're actually asking the question to a Zillow Premier agent who has nothing to do with the listing but is a paid advertiser for Zillow. But on homes.com, the listing agent's contact info is there so you can directly ask them questions about the house. And another thing I like about homes.com is if you scroll to the bottom of the listing, you can get some really good information about the area and even the trending price of the home over time, so you can feel good about the offer that you're making. Now, here's where on the right side, you see that the listing agent is there and you can send that person a message and get some accurate information without selling your information to an advertiser on Zillow. Anyway, that's the thing for me. But down here at the bottom, you can see all of the important information about the house, how many homes are in the area for sale, the list price range for that area, the median age of the people in the area. You've got some pictures of the neighborhood, which I think is pretty helpful. And then you've got information about transportation, the crime, the car dependency, if it's a walkable area or not, environmental factors, and then you have the estimated home value. So again, you can see how much the house is worth and then what it's trending for, the history of the mortgages and the listings and all that jazz. So let's go ahead and tour the first house. As you walk in through the front door, you've got this nice curb appeal, and this is the front of the house. And of course, this house is fully decked out, right? But some of these plans, like this one is the ranch with finished basement. And depending on the floor plan that you get, you can do like the C410 floor plan, for example, 1,665 square feet, and the price starts at $535,990 at the time of this video. Now, it's not this model. This is the model home, so of course it's going to be all the bells and whistles. And when this home sells, it's going to be a lot. Definitely not in that 500K range. But I just wanted to show you how beautiful these designs are, how amazing this floor plan looks. Of course, it's decorated. They've got some elaborate decorations and it just looks very tastefully done. This is the primary bedroom with the large windows. Love it. The panel doors. And then this bathroom is just a spa for the homeowner. Got a nice big walk-in closet. And for a lot of these homes, they don't look as small. You know, they say 1,600 square feet, but because of the tall ceilings, they just look so much bigger. Now you've got your gas stove, a nice big size pantry, and then we have our laundry portion of the house. You have to have that. Love that it's on the main level. This is the guest bathroom, just classy, and I love the black touches. I've just been feeling the black vibe. I actually just recently painted a wall of mine black. And so nice size basement. I love this right here. You don't see very many houses that have a thermometer downstairs. So you know how houses can have the upstairs completely different temperature than the downstairs? Well, this is going to be able to control the downstairs level as well. Now this is the 2-story home, which I thought I loved the ranch model, but I came over here to the model over on Pennydale, and I just love like this first room here. You've got the double doors, and you can use this for pretty much anything. A lot of people would use them for offices, but you can see there that they've got it, you know, different uses for that. So I love this nice open space. It's just great for entertaining. You've got this nice back deck. The colors that they used in this house are just amazing. I don't know what this color is, a powder blue, periwinkle. I can't wait to show you the stairs because the way that it looks is just like nothing I've ever seen before when it comes to Colorado Springs new construction. And this company is actually from Texas, and so their design is just so brand new. It looks so different. It's so unique, and so everything is done so well. I love these stairs. The carpet looks great. I love the colors that they used. Everything just flowed together really well. I mean, check out the views from inside the house. Like, you just never want to leave. I mean, really, if you're looking for something different, you're tired of seeing the same designs and the same floor plans and layouts, this is going to work really well. Love the loft area. You've got your kids studying their giant closet, hallway closet for all your games, all the summer things to stash away until it's summertime. Again, just amazing views. You can see the mountains from here. Love the way they did this ceiling here. We're not really doing too many bathtubs anymore. Let me know in the comments if you prefer having a soaking tub or a bigger closet. So people are opting in for this nice huge closet over a soaking tub, which I would totally do because I can't remember the last time I took a bath. How much space is in between the two sinks? They're not together. They're actually on the opposite side. So it really gives that luxury feel. And this basement, I was blown away when I came down. I just love the design down here, the way that they put everything together. The colors just flow so well, and nice bright spaces, a lot of natural light coming in, even on the basement. I hope this video helps you find the best neighborhood to live in and buy real estate in Colorado Springs. But if you need help finding more, please feel free to book a one-on-one consultation. It's free. It's just a quick 30-minute consultation to get to know more about you and your family and what you're doing, why you're moving to the area. We're getting a lot of NorthCom and SpaceCom relocation buyers. And so if that's you, I have a ton of expertise in that area, so would love to work with you and help you find a place in Colorado Springs. Don't forget to watch the video that is popping up next on the screen, and I'll see you on the next one.